There's something that wants to come through you, and it's something that you're meant to share with the world. Now, immediately what I'm receiving is that this is a gift that you've always had. It's like you were born with this gift. I'm speaking to a collective of people who they've really been through a lot of challenges in life. You may be a star seed, but you've been somebody who's been going through this awakening journey. And basically, a lot of the things that you went through early on in life were setting you up in order to share this gift with the world. And you've been through the hermit phase, and you've been basically being prepared to now re-enter the world. And so the world card popped out here and was speaking very much to this part of the journey where you reintegrate with the world. And this immediately reminded me of it's called the story wheel, the hero's journey from Joseph Campbell. And basically the hero goes on the journey. They usually in the beginning of the story, they get some kind of call to adventure. They're living in the ordinary world. And then they go into the journey into the special world, the mystical world, the other world, and they go through these challenges, initiations. They meet it's like they meet the mentor, like that. They meet the Yoda, and then they overcome the Darth Vader, and they reemerge back into the world, having learned what they have shared, and they become the master of two worlds, is what they call it. And then they basically the wheel kind of returns to where the story started, and they reintegrate back into the ordinary world. But now they're the master of two worlds. They're bringing this gift back. It's basically like, you know, Prometheus going and finding the fire and then bringing it back, and now the world has fire, kind of thing. And this has been your journey of awakening. This has been your journey into the unseen realms in order to gain this gift. And I'm also hearing this is connected to your ancestors. This is connected to an ancestral gift. It could be part of your physical lineage or maybe your star lineage, but this is a spiritual inheritance. This is part of something that is a stream that goes way beyond you, way before you, and that you're a steward of. I'm hearing you're a steward of ancient wisdom, and you are meant to be an anchor point, like a pillar of light that is helping to be a node in a network to continue to keep the flame. I'm seeing like keeping the flame of that alive, keeping the fire alive of ancient wisdom and in the modern world, but also for the future. And the healing work that you've been doing on yourself has been healing not just yourself, but also the ancestors and for future generations. Not that it's your job to heal them, but that by healing yourself, it naturally does. Because that is why you took on these patterns. And some of those patterns caused you to never really feel like you were ever truly seen in your life as a kid, and also up into being an adult, always feeling like you were a black sheep, always feeling like you were different, and always feeling like you were a sensitive soul, that you could see things that other people couldn't see. Because you could see in the unseen, because we do walk in two worlds, this physical world and this unseen world. And but what you could see that other people could, because this is your gift. So before we get into some cards, just setting the intention that this message come through for your highest good, because this is why you didn't feel met by people, is because you are a conduit for spirit. You live on a deeper plane than many people live. You live on another dimension of existence. And that has caused you as a sensitive soul. Here I'm just like, why am I feeling called to open my journal? I don't even know what I'm going to open it to, but chosen one with a voice to change the world, a messenger. God's timing is perfect. There is no delay, only perfection. You are being prepared. Delay is protection. Rejection is divine redirection, because you are chosen for this mission meant to shift history. Okay, so there was some kind of message that you were chosen to convey, and this is part of your inheritance, right? And when I say ancestors, I'm meaning like in a spiritual sense as well. Like I'm meaning in a way that this is something that you are an intermediary for, or a medium for. You're even a medium for the ancestors to communicate with people in the modern world. And the high priestess is coming through with a reminder of this, that you are a medium, you help people connect to the spiritual realm. And you can hear things, you can see things, you're a clairaudient or clairvoyant or claircognizant. You have these clairvoyant abilities that allow you to be this medium for this message that's meant to come through. And this is why you went through the struggles you went through. It was actually forging you to be able to do that. King of Wands says this is part of you stepping into your power at this time. Releasing the need for external validation was a big part of this initiation, because now you can step fully into your power, understanding that not everybody can see this. Not everybody can hear the whispers of the land and what is happening and the distortions that you've seen. You're not here to bypass. Even you see like so much of the spiritual community so delusional, this love and light, but really that's only part of it. Yeah, you want to tune your vibration, I get it. But at the same time, you could see this is part of your art. Actually, this is part of your medicine, is your ability to see the distortion and to be able to speak it into the light, bring the shadow into the light, express something that needs to be expressed so people can see a new way of life. They can see. Sometimes people need to see, have a Zen tap on the problem to be able to see the solution. Not here to perpetuate it. I understand that if you continue to focus on something, it will grow. But there is a difference between being a negative doomsayer and being somebody who's like, hey, here's the problem and here's the solution. But if you're not aware that there's a problem, how can you access a solution? How can you know? Like you're showing people that there's another way of life is what I'm receiving. And you're done having your truth watered down or having other people bypass your truth because they feel like it's not spiritual, or or they're just too in the normal world because they don't want to look at that or they can't see that. And so you're somewhere in between all that, the super spiritual and the super physical. You're in between. You're in the supernatural realm. And with that comes a special ability. With that comes a special responsibility. With that comes the Empress speaking to how this is part of your nobility. This is why you've been tempered through these experiences, to have humility. You've seen how people, they'd misuse power. When they'd get even just a taste of it, they would step on other people. You've seen the old paradigm of how people would just go along with the system and they get rewarded with it, but then they had no freedom. So then you went through a period of basically just honoring your own truth regardless. And that is why you went through the struggles that you went through, because you weren't getting rewarded by that old system. And so you had to be outside of it in order to create a new one. But now that's set you up to be in this position. Since now that you're in this position, you can help people see that new world. You can help people access that new world. But that's part of your mission, because you've been a bridge between two worlds for so long that it's tempered you to be able to understand where people are at, and what their consciousness, what they're focused on, and where you're at. They actually have this concept of how everything is looking for attention. Everything is looking for energy. It's called a pendulum. And basically, in this world, so many things are vying for attention because that's how they get energy. But when you're aware of what it is that you're placing your attention on, basically you can exit outside of the quote unquote matrix of all of these things in the external world that are constantly basically trying to put people into these group things or into this conditioning, right? Into this collective agreement on what reality is. But you reclaim your sovereignty by being able to bring your awareness, your attention, your energy back to yourself, and then consciously choose what you want to place that attention on. And that is what this King of Wands is speaking to. Because then you're the master of your own destiny and you can create your own pendulum. You can set into motion your own creation. And then everything starts to gain momentum around that. It's like an energetic focal point that has its own gravity, and everything starts to spin around that. And so part of that journey of being between two worlds or being the outsider was actually the blessing, because then you didn't want to be inside that. So it's kind of like, yeah, I'm going to be outside of that, you know? But now you're able to create your own reality, and you now have the sovereignty to do that. And this is close to your heart. This is close to who you are. So now you can walk through social situations. You can be in the neighborhood. You can be in the world, and you can still be yourself without taking on other people's energy, right? Or karma. And so that way, basically, this is an initiation into sovereignty. So you wouldn't have to compromise this, because you are a medicine person. Your very act of existence, of living your life as a work of art, that is the ultimate rebellion. You don't have to fight against the system. The true rebellion is creating the new one, is living the way of life that you came here to live, that you were born here to live, tapping into that divine creative spark, that which sets you apart, that which is uniquely within your soul to express out into the world. This is what you've been called here to do at this time. And this is why you've gone through everything that you've gone through. This is what was forging the clarity and also giving you the nobility and the strength. I'm hearing you're like royalty. You're like cosmic royalty, because this is part of this. It's very much a noble energy. I'm also seeing Mercury here. This is part of what it is that you're in a high position, an appointed position, in order to communicate this clarity to the world, to the masses, to be a medicine keeper, a truth speaker, and a way shower to those who have forgotten through the veil of amnesia. And this is very much connected to your abundance. Ten of Pentacles. Ten of Pentacles. I'm in my Ten of Pentacles, got my crown on like the roots deep down below. A lion of Zion, we rising higher and higher and higher. We're learning all the lessons, and we've passed through the fire. We've earned what we got to keep from our desire. Because I'm not a liar. I'm a spiritual fighter. Raise it up like a lighter. Some of you guys might be artists, musicians, but ultimately you're tapped into this. You're tapped into the Most High. You're tapped into the frequency. I'm also seeing the lion here. Yeah, you're tapped into this courage, this fire within your heart to express that. This is very much connected to your abundance and what it is that you have to share with the world. That's all I've got for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in. If you'd like to get a personal reading, you can do that in the shop. I've got one that is personalized transmission for you. If you'd like over email, you can find that in the store. I'll see you guys in the next reading.